also guys, before we go balls deep, I have a special treat for you. Right now I'm doing a competition on Amino where I will pick 10 lucky winners. Yes, you heard that right, 10 of you, which means the chances are high. The prize is choosing whatever t-shirt you want from animerio.com. Now to enter the competition is easy. You basically have to install Amino app through my link and follow me, watch my latest story, like the story and comment on the story. Make sure you comment on the story on my profile, because for this to be fair for everyone, of course, I need to select who wins randomly from the comments. The link is in the description and pinned comment. But basically on Amino, I will be posting behind the scenes of how we make the videos. I'll post what I think about episodes of anime I've seen. I'll post memes that you haven't seen before, or you know, just funny clips in general. I am going to be using this app on a daily basis and communicate, so keep checking back every day, for example. Now in return for helping me out, and you guys are so amazing, of course, 10, let me repeat myself, 10 of you will win a t-shirt for free, and you get entertained, so why wouldn't you do it? Come on guys, maybe I'll do this competition as a bi-monthly thing, I don't really know, but I'll announce the winners in my Black Clover chapter 217 analysis around the 17th of August. So again, use the link, follow me, comment on the story, and voila. The Black Clover anime has covered some of the best arcs the series has to offer, but this arc, it's about to step into literally a whole new level, rivaling the most top tier arcs in shonen manga today. Manga readers may know what this arc is all about, but the anime onlys are confused, and to put it simply, they're kinda not ready for what's about to go down. This arc will make you cry, laugh, flip the flip out, and have you on the edge of your seat the entire time. It really is that crazy. So if you'd like to know what you're getting yourself into before the madness really begins in the anime, stick around, because we're gonna go balls deep and explain what us Black Clover manga readers call the elf arc, so spoilers ahead. This will be a 3-part series, so if you enjoyed the first part and want to hear more, you could subscribe and you don't miss out on our next 2 videos on the topic, ending everyone's confusion on the elf arc, because everyone's thinking, who is Licht, what are the elves all about, what is going on, who is Julius, what are the magic stones, who's Yuno's parents, who's Asta's parents, why were they left at the church, all these type of things, right? So please subscribe, hit the notification button, and without further ado, let's get it rolling.
You don't fuck with neck, bro.
So, I know how much all of you loved the last time I tried to do an American accent. I was looking through the comments, as you know I do.
No! God! No! No!
And the positive feedback was enormous. Everyone wanted to hear more. Not even kidding, not being sarcastic at all. I know how much you want me to do it again, right? And you know what they say, ask and you shall receive. Here we go. Voice magic, accent change.
Alrighty, so the elf arc seemingly came out of nowhere, because up to that point, nothing of this scale or even close had taken place in the story. Now, before this, arcs were short, sweet, and to the point, and only added to our list of questions. This arc actually explains so much of what we didn't know. In the beginning, we see everything set up ahead of time. The giant demon skull, the magic stones, Nero, Asta's swords, the demon and his grimoire, all of it leads to something big. So let's break it down. Okay, so you know how Asta and his team have been trying to get the magic stones all this time? At first they received one by coincidence, but then missions started rolling in, sending them to dangerous places like the underwater temple and the forest of witches to acquire them. These stones were what the Eye of the Midnight Sun, a terrorist group, were after. Their group consisted of 3 little mini groups, the henchmen so to speak, they don't really have a name, the Third Eye, the elites of the group said to be stronger than their leader in combat, and their leader, Licht. Not Licht, not Leech, not Leaked. He is not who he's led us to believe he is, in more ways than one, but we'll get into that soon. So throughout the story, the Eye had been attaining these stones, taking them from the Clover Kingdom among other places by force. But what did they want with them? Well, it's simple really. Within the first 6 to 7 chapters, we see a stone tablet. This is shown to us a few times throughout the course of the manga and anime, and at first we have no clue why, but it's actually very important. The tablet has slots that all the stones fit into. Once all the stones are set into the tablet, the Eye have achieved their goal, or so they thought. Most of the group was told they'd be able to kill the magic knights and those living in the Clover Kingdom. Kinda cliche sounding, but it convinced a lot of people to join, so I guess it was good enough. The real goal, however, was to reincarnate Licht's brothers and sisters using magic knights from the kingdom. Anyway, it is revealed that William Vengeance, who is suspected to be Licht in disguise, actually was. Sorta. He was still William, and he proved that when he took off his mask, but someone else's soul lived within him. The soul of none other than not Licht. Okay, so it turns out that when the elves were massacred, Licht had died, along with all the other elves, but Patoli, a friend of Licht, had survived in the body of William Vengeance, and decided he would use Licht's name to seek revenge on the humans and citizens of the Clover Kingdom. Who you see on the outside depends on who is conscious at the moment. When it's William, you see William, but when it's Patoli, his body completely changes. Hair, eye color, everything. That's how he was able to be both people, because he literally was both people. So he reveals this to the Wizard King, and naturally they have to fight. Patoli isn't powerful enough to kill Julius, so he tries to kill the citizens watching below. Julius successfully saves them, as we knew he would, but Patoli lands the finishing blow while he's preoccupied and stabs him. This was all so he could retrieve the final stone they needed. Soon after, all the stones are placed into the tablet, and the remaining members of the eye, not including the third eye, are used as sacrifices so that the reincarnation could begin. This is where things really start to get interesting. So it turns out that many of the knights selected for the royal knights were once elves and were used as vessels. It kinda seems like they've been possessed, but in actuality that's just who they used to be. These vessels include Luck, Rill, Klaus, Langris, and even Yuno. All of them were given the consciousness and magic power of their past elf selves, which means that a lot of the characters we know and love are trying to kill their comrades. All I could think when this happened was, this is the worst possible time for Julius to be dead! And it really was, but it appears as though our cast is learning to stand up for themselves. But more on that later. We get the first of many epic fights to come, with Mereoleona, Asta, and Zora versus like 5 elves. That may not seem like much, but elves, they're freaking powerful as frick. It's jaw-dropping how powerful they freaking are. Like, they have no right to be this powerful, and yet they are, and I love it because Mereoleona finally gets a challenge, and almost doesn't make it even though the elves acknowledge her strength. Forget mountain level, forget planet level, they're Mereoleona level. That's when you know a threat is a real threat. Anyway, Asta and Zora say,
Wait, what's going on? My voice is back to normal. What did you guys do? You hated my American accent that much? What the hell? I guess I gotta do what I do. You guys' magic is just way too strong. Yeah, so it's that time again. I gotta stop. It's so freaking hard. Let's go back to this accent. Anyway, Asta and Zora save her, and afterwards Asta is kidnapped and brought before Licht, the real Licht. He runs into Yuno there, and even he seems to not be conscious. Don't worry, that doesn't last too long though. Asta wakes Yuno up with his race car like vocal cords, and now Yuno is even more OP than he used to be, as if he really needed to be, right? He's already so OP. From there, he and Yuno protect Mimosa, who was also kidnapped, and take on Licht, who, no surprise, they're no match for. Licht takes Asta's Demon Dweller sword and does some sort of out of this world stuff with it. Then they escape with Noelle and Nozel and happen to see their home under attack, so they go to save their family back at the church in Hargate village. The priest is dying, and Sister Lily and the rest of the orphans are almost killed as well. When Asta and Yuno pull up and yeet away whatever powerful attack was just headed at them, this is a nice moment as we get to see the church's reaction to the 2 young men's development as they live there, and we get to see them acknowledge their growth, which is so incredibly satisfying to say the least. Asta rushes over to the priest and tries to help him, but nothing works. Just when all is seemingly lost, his grimoire opens and a new sword comes out. This sword eradicates curses and reincarnation magic. Where was this sword during the underwater temple arc, by the way? Huh, Tabata? Anyway, it's just what they need to return everyone back to normal, and Asta takes advantage of it, immediately restoring the elf reincarnate, attacking his home to the original form. From there, he returns to his comrades and they all head for the royal capital, where something suspicious happens to be going on. It turns out Vanessa and Magna are fighting an elf like Luck, who was already more powerful than either of them and now has more power amplified to insane levels. Asta shows up in his black mode and he tries to get his friend under control. Of course, he ends up reversing Luck's reincarnation, but we also get a touching moment with his elf lookalike where just before he fades away he says, I would have wanted to be friends with humans like you too, which is a huge thing because ever since the massacre of the people, elves have hated humans with a burning passion. Anyway, we get to see a nice emotional friendship moment before getting right back into the action. Now, with the determination to free the elves from their sadness, and even more a powerful Luck on their right hand side this time because he can now control the elf power with greater mana control due to being one. From there, they meet up with Henry, Gordon, Grey and Charmy, and Asta learns that Gorsh had been reincarnated as an elf as well. So the team begins refilling their magic reserves so Henry can power the Black Bull base and charge into chaos to save their friend. Now I think that's a good place to stop for now, guys. If you want to know what happens next, and let's face it, at this point you have to, stay tuned for our next video where we continue to talk about the arc and break it down moment by moment so you understand it. And also,
Or you could just read the manga, you know.
Kaiba, for once in your life, can you just not butt in a video? I let you talk about your channel already. I let you hop in on the discussion last time and you tried to change the freaking video. No, I'm not letting that happen again.
But that supports the author, and if the manga makes money, it'll continue. Are you saying you don't want to encourage people to read this thing?
Well, when you put it that way.
I mean, do you know how much work is put into this every week? Do you?
Well, yeah, we mentioned it in a video recently.
He works day and night to give us top-tier artwork and consistent story, and you want to pass on the opportunity to tell people to read it? Quite frankly, I'm ashamed of you.
Okay, calm down. They get it. I get it. The manga is great and everyone should read it. Now chill, fam. You know what? I'm out. I need a vacation, bro. You do the outro. I don't care anymore at this point. Finish the editing. Thank you very much. Goodbye, guys.
Wait, really? That actually worked? Oh, what a surprise! I wasn't expecting that! But since I got you here, I wanted to thank the 200 plus people who subscribed to my channel since I started working with Anime Balls Deep. Words cannot describe how amazing it was to see 100 plus people subscribing one day. Like, seriously, that has never happened before. But I've dropped the ball and promised a video that still isn't uploaded on my channel, so I wanted to remind those of you who subscribed but haven't seen it that I posted an update video, well, more like an update in a video, about why productivity is backed up and what's going to be happening from here on out regarding my future content. I'm excited for what's coming and I hope you all can feel that way with me. Anyway, since I've never closed y'all out of a video, make sure to hit the bell so you never miss a notification. Adele says that most of you haven't done it and I just gotta wonder why. Don't you want to see these videos? Don't you want to support the channel? I thought that's why you subscribed. It's time we came together and made this world a better place. A place where 40 to 50% of you have clicked the bell and received notifications every time ABD posts a video. That is the world I want to live in. Now who's with me? No one? For real? Whatever, man. Just click the bell.
It's jam.